Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. It's just me today. This is part one of, I think, what is going to be 3 videos. So this is going to be my journey of getting my Philippine passport. So stay tuned. Look at this little fur babe enjoying the sunshine. So you might be thinking, why has it taken me nearly 34 years to apply for my Philippine passport? So there's a number of reasons. I kind of only started looking into the process probably 2023. So me and my husband Matt had booked our wedding in the Philippines for the February of 2024. So we went and visited our wedding venue in 2023. Got back from that and I was thinking, I wonder if I would be eligible. So that's the kind of time I started looking into it. And when we returned from our wedding in February 2024, so me and my husband Matt got married in Boracay in the Philippines, I had major wedding blues, major holiday blues. And it was at that point that I was like, right, I'm going to see if I'm 100% eligible and start the application process. So currently on my UK passport as well, so this was another reason I wanted to apply for my Philippine passport. We as British citizens can only stay up to 30 days visa free. So that's one extra benefit of getting my Philippine passport. If we ever wanted to stay longer than that or potentially even move there for a period of time or forever, who knows? So that's one of the reasons I wanted to apply for my passport. And the reason that I wanted to create these videos is because there's actually not a lot of information for someone in my position, I believe. So a lot of the information that I can find online is to do with Filipino citizens gaining their British citizenship rather than the other way round. So just to give you some background on me, I am British born from a British father and Filipino mother. And the key thing that made me 100% eligible to apply for my Philippine passport is that when I was born, my mum was still a Filipino citizen when she gave birth to me. So I actually acquired Filipino citizenship from birth. And at the time of my birth, so I was born in the early 90s, what my mum and dad should have done, but they had no information that they had to go and do this, is they should have gone down to the Embassy of the Philippines in London and done a report of birth. So basically, step 1 of acquiring my Philippine passport is I had to go and do my report of birth at the embassy. So during these videos, I will purely only be talking about my situation. So British born to a British father and a Filipino mother. The process is slightly different if your parent, whether it's your mother or father, gave up their natural citizenship by the time you were born. So after speaking with the lady at the embassy, she basically said to me, if your mum had already become a British citizen by the time she gave birth to you, I would have had to go down the immigration route rather than visiting the embassy. And by going down the immigration route, I would have had to reacquire my Philippine citizenship back. Whereas I am only having to go down the embassy route and doing my report of birth, then I can apply for my passport. So I'm going to take you through the list of documents that I had to take with me and complete when I did my report of birth last June. So June 2024, I went down to the embassy and did my report of birth, which, can I add, was hilarious because I was basically in a room full of babies. And I was 33 years old at the time. So that was really funny being at the embassy doing my report of birth 33 years later in a room full of babies. Anyway, this is the list of documents you need to take with you to do your report of birth. First on the list is 4 completed report of birth forms. So all of the forms are available to download from the website, and then you need your original and 4 photocopies of your British birth certificate. Next on the list is original and 4 photocopies of your mother and father's passport, so the data page of their valid passports. Next up is the original and 4 photocopies of your parents' marriage certificate. So again, I can only speak from my experience. My parents were married when I was born, so my mum found a copy of their marriage certificate. And because I was registering my birth late, 33 years late, I also had to do 4 photocopies of an affidavit of delayed registration of birth. And they also are asking, I didn't actually need to bring this at the time, so they have introduced this in the past 12 months. You need to secure a PSA negative certification of birth from the PSA, and there's a link to the PSA, so you have to order one of these from that website. And lastly, in order for them to send back your documents in the post, you need to get from your local post office 1 self-addressed, stamped and prepaid registered mailing envelope with a tracking number. So here's what it looks like. I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like so you kind of know what to get from your post office. So that's all the documents that you need to take with you. Again, I'll put a link in the description so you can have a look. When we went to the embassy last June, just to let you guys know as well, they do not accept appointments, so it is purely walk-in only. From what I can remember off the top of my head, I think it took just over an hour to do my report of birth last year, so not long at all, but I have heard that sometimes it can take hours, so really you just have to take the risk. And when we went to do my report of birth, we went on a Wednesday and I got my documents back the following week. So I think it took just under a week to get my documents back in the post. And the costs associated with doing your report of birth is, your report of birth is £23. And because I was doing a delayed report of birth, that was another £23. So those were the only costs associated with doing my report of birth. So part 2 of this trilogy is going to be me going back down to the embassy to do my report of marriage and apply for my passport on the same day, because the website says you can do both on the same day. So the reason I'm doing my report of marriage is because I want my Philippine passport to be in my married name, so my British passport and my Philippine passport basically match. One of the only pieces of advice that I can really offer to you is double check all of your paperwork and double check that you have the originals of everything. So take original birth certificate, your parents' passports, anything that's listed on there, do take the originals, and double and triple check that you have everything, because the embassy doesn't have photocopying services. There is actually a Ryman's that's about a 6-minute walk away from the embassy. And I remember last time when I did my report of birth, I was missing a few photocopies. So Matt had to do a mad dash round the corner to Ryman's, and he said it was basically just the Philippines in there. Everyone in there was from the Philippines because they were missing photocopies of their documents. And again, like I said, you cannot make an appointment. It is walk-in only. So just to give you the times of when they're open, the embassy is open for walk-in services between 9:30 and 4:30 p.m. So I hope this video has been really helpful for you if you are in my situation. Look out for part 2. So I'll be doing my report of marriage and applying for my Philippine passport. So thanks for joining, and see you in the next video.